All right. Number 5 of the series, I believe, Colossians chapter 1. Paul was writing to this church, and he's telling them that it's his desire that they would be filled with the knowledge of God's will and all wisdom and spiritual understanding. The reason for that is that they could walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing. Remember, last lesson we talked about that we were created for God's pleasure. We're created to please God. And now Paul is telling this church at Colossians that his desire, that God's desire is that they would walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing. The only way that you're going to walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing and being fruitful is to understand who you are in relationship to God. God is your creator. You are his creation. You were created out of the dust of the ground to please God. And we'll just ask you real quick, are you pleasing God? Are you recognizing that you're pleasing God? But how did God make all this? There's a whole lot of things that we'll never understand until we get to glory, I guess. But there are some things that we are given in his word. Colossians chapter 1 says, verse 16, talking about Jesus Christ, he says, for by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him, and listen, for him. He is before all things, by him all things consist. If I create something, if I create this chair, if I create whatever, I create it for my use. I create it for my pleasure. I create it because it pleases me or because I desire it. And he's created all things, visible, invisible, dominions, powers, all the things that you see and that you don't see. God created it, and he said he created it for him.